What is up? I feel like it's been a long time since I just made a regular video. We've been hunting so much. We've been all over the map, and today I ended up with basically a day and a half of just like nothing to do. Rocky's sick, he's staying home. So I decided to jump in the truck and get back to the basics and go shed hunting. I'm actually really excited. I haven't been out for a long time and I wanted to spend some time this fall shed hunting. So just gonna go for it. I'm gonna get in the truck, I'm gonna drive for a few hours, go out to an elk spot that I really like. I have no idea how it'll be, if it got picked over during the hunts or not, during the shed hunts or not, and we're just gonna go try it, see what happens. I'm gonna take my little trusty rusty vlog camera right here, take my fanny pack and go look for some antlers. So come along with us if that's something that you're down to see, but let's go. Folks, that didn't last too long. I started driving down the road and I have this thing, it's called ADSHD, attention deficit shed hunting disorder. And that's where, like, anytime I drive anywhere, I just want to stop and shed hunt. So I started driving and then I remembered that I glassed a shed here in this spot. And so I stopped to go see if I could find it. It's a long ways away. I don't know if I can even get to it before dark, and I got to navigate some canyons, but I'm gonna see if I can go find that. It's a deer shed, so don't get too excited. And maybe I'll pick up a couple on the way to it, and then probably when it gets dark, I'll continue my voyage to the elk shed zone. Well, I got down in here, and I gotta say, I think I underestimated how long it would take. It took me a couple of hours to get down. I can see the shed over there across the way. As you can see, I'm fairly sweated up. Looks like a decent shed on full display here. Hard white, 4-point. Trying to think if I know that deer. Huh. Don't recognize that antler. Maybe our 3-point last year, the 3x4. But yeah, you can see because of how he's laying. I glassed him up 2 miles away. Easy 2 miles. Crazy. But hard whitey. Actually, yeah, last year's brown. So cool. Not a giant. It looked big. That front end looked super big from far away, but still a good shed. Other half could be around here somewhere, but unfortunately I do not have much time to look for it, because if I want to not get out of here in the dark, which is already gonna happen, I gotta get hiking, because I got a long dang ways out of here. I think I know which canyon to take. I was looking on Scout to Hunt, and there's a trail that I can take out of here for sure. It's a little bit longer than the way I came down, but if I get into the dark, it might be the smarter move. Always a good day when you pick a deer shed. Well, folks, I got into some slot canyons, and this is the only way out of here. No freaking clue how deep this is. Knees. Oh my gosh, like, where do I even go? Is it over right there? That's it? There's not even a way out? But what the heck? I better not be canyoned up. Can you go up right there and around? Oh jeez. Oh my gosh. For one shed, baby. Not good. So I crossed that water. It was up to over my belly button. Had all my gear in my bino harness, had my fanny pack up over my shoulder. Got to the other side, can't get up, it's too steep, especially with wet feet. So to go back through it and down, and then I found a trail that comes up out of the bottom. But because I saturated my boots and my pants, it's too slick, I can't get up out of it. So I had to cut back down the canyon and take the other Y. I looked on the trail on Scout to Hunt, and there is another trail that I can tie into 1.4 miles out of here, and then once I hit the road, it's gonna be like 2.2 miles to the truck. So I'm soaking wet, as you can see. It's not warm. So it's just these dumb little ones that get you in a bind all the time, all for one antler. Worth it. Made it to the road. Ended up climbing up out of the canyon. Found a place I could get up the sidewall. Steep sucker. Now I got a couple miles of this. There. Whew. Time to get out of these wet clothes. Get some dry ones on, get the heater going. Get down the road. Made it out here. I slept in the truck last night. I got up this morning, got my clothes kind of dried out. Got them hanging up in the sun, and I'm gonna start hiking here. So this is a spot that is probably a little bit too close to humanity to be that great, but every once in a while we pick a good shed out of here. So I'm gonna go hit these hills, see what leftovers there are. And right away I noticed a bull track, but it doesn't mean that much in October. You know what I'm saying? Let's go see what kind of a day we can have. This always kills me. I've walked this ridge so many times, and there's one that I've missed. Who knows how many freaking times I missed that antler? 10? At least? 20? Who knows, maybe I even found it in the past and left it because it was chalked up. But look, there's even deer tracks right next to it. Probably a big buck, but obviously a little 20 years too late. So I'm gonna put it right there so I'll remember next time I see it. Deer tracks, deer sign. These ridges are kind of weird because there's not hardly, well, there's not that many elk in this area, but it seems like every year a bull or two pulls down onto these ridges and leaves a couple treasures here for us. Got one. It's like a deer shed. Looks like it's got a ton of length to it. Oh, that's a big horn. It's a freaking sweet shed. Look at that thing all posed up under there. The way it's sitting up, it looks gigantic. But it's chalky. A little chalky. At least a few years old, so tells you guys, you're missing them. I'm missing them. I've been so funny. Right above this jaw and right below it both. Sweet. Pick that bad boy up. That's a stud. Actually looks like that other buck I picked up out here. I have a set. I mean, it's really not that old. It's like 3 years old maybe, but I have a set off another buck out here. That's gotta be him. The way he lays out. Gnarly deer. It's broken there. He had some pretty good length on that point, but man, look at that. Gnarly big old long G2 and heavy base. That's a sweet antler. I've missed it in the past. His other half might be right here. Last time I picked up a set that I think is off this deer. His other side was pretty close. So I'll keep doing some gridding just in these pinions and junipers, and then it's intermittent like buckbrush. And this is the stuff they really like to eat in the winter. This is this buckbrush, bitter brush. So I don't know how many of you guys have the Scout to Hunt app on your phones. It's free. I use it for shed hunting like exclusively, and hunting as well. But it has a cool feature in it. I think I've talked about it before, where like if you find an antler, obviously it has a waypoint marker that marks it for you, and then you can put in information about the antler. That's funny, I can't stop looking through the trees like there's gonna be more. You can put in the characteristics of the antler, how many points, what the grade and the condition of the antler is, whether it's the left or the right. And then if you match it up, you can tie those two waypoints together. So you can actually track like how far apart they were when you matched them, and how many you're matching up, and what ones you still need to go match. So if you're a shed hunter, download the app Scout to Hunt. They're an awesome partner of this channel, and there's a link to their app in the description of every one of my videos, so go get some. Something up there through the trees. I can't tell if it's a raghorn elk or a crazy deer horn or what. I think it's a deer shed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 points. Let's see. old, whatever it is. Way old. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That's so crazy. This makes you feel like you suck at shed hunting. That thing is just crusty, falling apart. Been sitting there all those years while I've been walking these canyons. Guess we'll just leave it here. Crossing down in between. Ooh, that looks like a nice shed. Just dropped off the hill down into the flats. That's a big shed. It's old. God, everything in here's old. But curled up under there, busted off the back fork. Another chalker. Oh, had an extra point there. That's the other one I was carrying. But busted that G2 off. Little extra there. So that's the 4th shed of the hike. So far, I think I'm only taking that one out with me. Just a little too powdery, but nice. I mean, it really is a good buck. That one might come home with me. That would make a good yard ornament. Well, folks, I made her back to the truck. Didn't get into the elk like I wanted, but had a good day and a good walk. Sun's still up. I might try another spot, but I wanted to for sure do this. So I have not thanked people who bought apparel for a long time, mostly because when we're finishing the videos, we're out of service in the middle of nowhere and I can't pull up the orders, but today I have service, so I am gonna go through, and it's gonna take a minute, but I wanna make sure and thank you guys because I do appreciate your support. You guys, this really does keep the channel going. And it keeps me doing what I'm doing. So thank you for buying. And I also want to let you know, these 2 hats are live on the site. So go check those out. Get Shedcrazy.com, and here is the list. Julius Murray, Rob Callahan, Richard DeLoe, Shane Dean, John Closser, James Harris, Taylor Cleveland, Ty Clement, Jesse Wager, Leanne Standish, Matthew Dockstader, Jason Irvy, like I said, it's been a while, guys. Jason Irvin, McKady Charlson, Keys DeVink, Scott Orr, Robert Stiles, Cody Riley, Brandon Wiley, those rhymed, unintentional, Colton Hall, Luke Madsen, Dusty Toller, Brendan Penman, Robert Bourne Jr., Caden Goodworth. I told you guys, there was a lot. We've had a really good month, actually. Chandler Broughton, Kyle Hostler, good old buddy, Brandon Vanderburr, Tyler Ketterling, Alvin Daly, Tate Bowler, John Navarvaz, we'll just say John. Thank you, John. Spencer Roach with a big order, Zach Tarver, Brad Mackler, good buddy, Kyle Martin, good size order, Kyler Daniels, David Harris, Riley Charlesworth, Mark Reg once again, SoCal Outdoors, Bo Fries, Caleb Allred, Chris Robinson, Michaela Bannister, Trevor Hulse, Logan Schmomus, Zach Young, Gary Utley, Dennis Huntsman, Mark Sanchez, Dusty Toms. Do you guys think we're getting close? Or not? We got a lot left. Ryan Thompson, Justin Thompson, J.R. Giffen, Jordan Lolar, Jared Gilliard, Travis Bix, Maddox King, Shannon Shotwell, Bo Marlowe, and Josh Dedamonte, my very own little brother. What a list! Thank you guys. I know if it takes me that long to read through it, It's a whole lot of gratitude I got for you guys, and I sure appreciate you supporting the channel, what we're doing. Next video will be the Coos deer hunting video. It's coming up. It will drop Sunday, so I hope you enjoyed this midweek shed hunt. I sure had a good time out here doing it. Now I'm gonna make the trip home, go edit this up, and we will see you on the next one.